quiet German town is rocked when a family finds a Mercedes parked on a lonely street. A young woman's body slumped in the back seat, blood soaked, stabbed over 50 times. Her face barely human, completely disfigured. Who is she? What kind of evil could do this? This isn't just a crime, it's a chilling puzzle. So lean in because we are about to unravel a twisted web of secret that will make your heart race and your mind spin. Ingolstadt, a historic Bavarian city along Europe's second largest river, Danube River, is renowned for the 1516 beer purity law, which states the only ingredients that could be used in the production of beer were water, barley, and hops. And this city is also home of Audi's headquarters, blending medieval charm with modern innovation. But on August 16, 2022, the serene veil of this beautiful German town was torn apart by headlines of unspeakable horror. A family of Iraqi immigrants was worried sick. Their 23-year-old daughter, Sharaban, vanished. Poof, no trace. Her parents are losing it, frantic, calling her phone over and over, getting nothing but that endless ring. They're driving around checking her usual spots, cafe, restaurants, anywhere hoping to see her. But she's gone, and the panic's eating them. As they sped through the quiet streets of Ingolstadt, heart racing with dread, they turned onto a deserted road and spotted Sharaban's Mercedes. Sitting eerily out of place, they slammed on the brakes, jumped out, and ran towards the car. As they were running, they could tell someone was sitting in the back seat. Within seconds, her mother was right beside the car, but as her eyes fell on the face, she screamed so loud it could have been heard from miles. That face, horribly disfigured, torn apart by brutal violence, was barely human. Yet the long dark hair they knew so well, the glint of familiar jewelry, all pointed to their 23-year-old daughter, Sharaban. For Sharaban's parents, the discovery plunged them into an abyss of devastation and heartbreak. They had found their daughter's lifeless body riddled with 50 stab wounds. They were overwhelmed by raw, unrelenting grief that comes with losing a child. It's a pain that shatters the soul. Visions of a child, laughter, her dreams of her future, all extinguished in an instant of unimaginable violence. Her parents called the police. Their daughter was a victim of unthinkable crime. The Ingolstadt community was heartbroken. But hold on, because from here the story is about to get strange. While Ingolstadt reels from the gut-wrenching scene of Sharaban's parent finding her lifeless body in the car, about 2 kilometers away in the city of Heilbronn, another family's world crumbling. A woman named Khatija is missing. Just like Sharaban's mother, Khatija's mom is clutching her phone, tears streaming, replaying every last conversation, wondering if they missed a clue. It's pure heartbreak, the kind that makes your chest ache just thinking. But this is not the strangest part. Khatija, who's 23 years old, same age as Sharaban. And get this, both of them are beauty influencers, posting makeup tutorials and glowing selfies on Instagram and TikTok. They're both in the same glitzy competitive world of beauty vlogging, chasing followers and brand deal. Now, hold up, because here's where it gets really creepy. Two beauty influencers, same age, same industry, both with that striking look. Long, dark hair, big dreams, one's found dead, the other's missing. What's happening here? Is there some psycho out there stalking beauty influencer, picking them off one by one? Could a serial killer be hunting these women, hiding in the shadows of these quiet German towns? Why these two women? What's the connection? You're going to want to stick around because this puzzle is about to get wild. But before we go any further, if you're a fan of murder mystery, then subscribe to our channel, join the club, and help us get to 5,000 subscribers. Now let's get back because you're not going to believe what happens next. The whole town of Ingolstadt is still reeling, hearts heavy for Sharaban's family, thinking their daughter was brutally murdered in that car. Everyone is mourning, but then the autopsy report drops, and it's like a bomb went off. The dental records, they don't match. The fingerprints, totally wrong. The DNA is from someone else entirely. The woman in the backseat, stabbed, whose face was barely recognizable, that wasn't Sharaban at all. Fast forward and things get a wild turn. Ingolstadt police get a tip. Someone spots a woman matching Sharaban's description, chilling at a takeout joint. Within minutes, cops swarm the place. They find a couple sitting calmly in a car, acting like nothing's wrong. And guess what? It is her, Sharaban, alive and well, sitting next to a guy named Shakir. Can you believe it? The woman everyone thought was dead, just chilling, sitting in a car. But instead of answer, this just piled more questions. If Sharaban's alive, whose body was it? And why was it in Sharaban's car? Then, just hours later, the answer hit like a freight train. The dental records from the body, they match Khatija, the other beauty influencer, the one who went missing 200 kilometers away in Heilbronn. Remember her? The 23-year-old beauty influencer whose parents were tearing their hair out looking for her? Yeah, that Khatija. She's the one in the car. But how? How did she end up there? Yes, they are the same age. Both are beauty influencer, but they live 200 kilometers apart. Khatija is of Algerian background and Sharaban is of Iraqi. No family connection is there. Not even common friends. When the police cracked open Sharaban's phone, what they found was straight up chilling, like something you would see in a twisted crime novel. They're scrolling through her messages, and there it is, a digital trail of cold, calculated scheming. And get this, Sharaban had set up several fake Instagram accounts. For weeks, she had been stalking Instagram, hunting for someone who looked just like her. Why was she looking for her look-alike? I will explain you shortly. So she messaged a couple of women, beauty influencers and other young women, dangling different kind of bait, all of them related to her work as a beautician. This wasn't a last-minute decision. It was premeditated hunt. She was looking for a perfect doppelganger. Can you even imagine that? Scrolling through profile, zooming in on faces, looking for someone who could pass as you. But here's the most heartbreaking part. Sharaban was able to find her match in Khatija. Khatija was sweet, trusting, always posting her makeup tutorial with a big smile. At the same time, she was working 2 jobs, supporting her and her family. Using one of her fake profiles, Sharaban reached out to Khatija, pretending to be part of Loon's team. For those unfamiliar, Loon is a German rapper of Kurdish background. Sharaban told Khatija that they love her content and wanted her to appear in one of Loon's upcoming music video. But something didn't feel right. Trusting her instinct, Khatija contacted Loon directly on social media to confirm. I hope you see this and can answer me because I'm very unsure, she wrote. A woman reached out about a video shoot, claiming it was from you. Could you please tell me if this was real or fake? Loon replied, warning her the message was fake and urged her not to pursue it any further. That should have been end of it, but no. Sharaban was determined. Her eyes fixed on her prey. She reached out again, this time from another fake account. Instead of music video offer, she kept it casual, suggesting a simple collaboration. Free makeup in exchange for mentioning in one of Khatija's video. This time, Khatija let her guard down and she agreed to meet. They set up a day and time to meet. Sharaban and her boyfriend Sharik picked up Khatija, drove to a quiet forest near Eppingen, and in that secluded patch of trees, they carried out their brutal assault. They placed Khatija's lifeless body in the back seat and drove the car all the way to Ingolstadt and parked it in one of the streets where Sharaban's parents could easily find it. Khatija wasn't killed for who she was. She was killed because who she looked like. She was just a pawn in Sharaban's evil plan. The trial that followed was pure chaos, like something ripped from a thriller novel. Over 100 witnesses took a stand, painting a messy picture of lies and betrayal. Sharaban pointed the finger at Shakir, swearing he was a lone killer, a crazed maniac who forced her to drive while she sobbed, just a terrified bystander. But Shakir, he didn't say a word, stayed stone cold silent. Then his lawyers dropped a bombshell. They claimed this wasn't about Sharaban's faking her death. It was something way darker. Two crumbled Arabic notes found in her car, next to a photo of Sharaban's ex husband, weren't just a random scribble. They called them secret spells, part of twisted black magic ritual, with Khadija as a human sacrifice to curse her ex husband. What kind of mind dreams up something this unhinged? I know, you're probably getting confused about Sharban's wanting a new life or her husband, where the heck he came from. I promise it will all make sense once I explain you her motive. So, back to the story. Despite the defense effort, both Sharban and Shakir were convicted of premeditated murder in December 2024 and sentenced to life in prison. The black magic angle was ultimately dismissed by the court as unconvincing, with the judge focusing on the evidence of the doppelganger search and staging. Now, to understand the motive, we need to talk about where Sharaban came from. She was from a Yazidi family from Iraq. And for those who don't know, the Yazidis are monotheistic ethno-religious group with a deeply spiritual but also very traditional culture. Sharaban felt stuck, suffocated by her strict family and cultural expectations, especially after her marriage to a man named Rawan fell apart, which she got into because of her family pressure. She was desperate for a fresh start, a life where she could call the shots. But for her, a simple escape wasn't an option. Running away meant life spent in fear, forever looking over her shoulder. She needed to vanish completely. So she devised a plan so audacious, so utterly unthinkable that it could only exist in a horror film. She would find her mirror image, her doppelganger, her look-alike, lure her to her death, and then stage a gruesome scene, leaving a body in her own car. And yes, disfiguring the face was part of the plan, so her parents and relatives won't be able to recognize her. The world would mourn her, and Sharban would be free to disappear with a new life, new identity. It felt like a wild thriller TV, but this was no show. This was a real murder. Khatija was a real person with a real family whose world had been shattered. Her father sat in the courtroom every day hoping for a closure to make sense of this madness. Regardless of the sentencing, he would never be able to talk to his daughter, to see her smile, or to hold her in his arms. That is it, folks. And what do you think matters? So let me know your thoughts on this unsettling case in the comments below. Until next time, take care of yourself and help us get to 5,000 subscribers.